I'm going to call the Historic Commission meeting to order at 6:03. And roll call. Barnaby Cox.
Here.
Paul spoke right here. Maria Cruiser. And Gail. Here. Okay, first order of business is to approve the minutes from the previous meeting. Did everybody have a chance to review those?
Yes. I make a motion for the minutes from previous meeting.
Do we have a second? I second. Maria Cruiser approved the minutes and I spoke right seconds. All in favor? Approved. All right. Let's see. Okay. Announcements. Is this where we talk about, I'm just sharing for the first time tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
You're doing that.
We're still great.
Is this where we talk about the people who submitted resumes?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. Oh, no action to be taken by it. Okay. Does anybody have any public comments? Public comments? Okay, new business. Consideration, discussion, and possible action on the new applications to the Historic Preservation Commission. Okay, we just have figured out just now that we have one position available. No?
You have all of them that come up again.
Oh,
for
okay.
voting, all of you, and it's not just you, it's the current ones.
Okay,
To be reappointed or the newest to be appointed.
okay,
So you choose 6 out of the,
But depending on where they are in their term, because they're supposed to start a 2-year term limit. After that 2 years up, then you vote for them. So
So-
depending on where everybody is in their term, that's when they'd be up for reelection.
Everybody's term is up.
everybody,
Okay.
even
Then
Barnaby's?
everybody's up.
Yep.
Oh, because he was temporary
He was appointed in a vacant
in
position.
a vacant position. Okay, so
Yeah, same
everybody's
with
up.
myself.
Every seat is up.
Okay, so we'll start with,
Or just according to the UDC, all of us should not be up for this
at once.
at once, because according to the UDC, when it first started, some people were for a 1-year term and some people for a 2-year
Right.
term. It's like the city council. You keep people of knowledge on there, so you have
That's
congruent, I don't think that's the word, but anyway, you keep everything going,
Executive.
historical line, you know.
But
so
the
that
thing
people
is,
know
here
what's
we
going
had 2 positions that were filled.
but that changed when, Bruce Gill was here. When he went out and Martha came in, that changed, and all of the PUC would go up and all of us go up.
on. Well, it's not in the UDC that way.
I think you're looking at the person that's the preferred representative.
It says, shall be appointed to serve for 2 years and 4 years. 2 people shall be appointed to serve for 2 years and 4 people for 1 year. The term shall expire on the first day of July of the appropriate year. Any vacancy on the commission shall be filled by the mayor for the remainder of the non-expired term. And this commissioner member shall serve for a term of 2 years with the exception that the members of the first commission are appointed that way. So that means we stair step it. I know we don't know the stair step. I know I'm up for reelection because I know I've been on 2 years. Y'all been there for a long time. They were just appointed.
Mhm.
So, that it should be that way. I mean, even the cemetery directors are done that way so that somebody knows what's going on all the time. But we don't have to do it that way if you don't want to. That's what it says in the BBC.
Or did you not catch up on all this?
So I don't know specifically what you're doing. P and Z don't stagger.
Right.
So we do it staggered at P and Z. And for example, there was one person coming up and somebody else resigned. So there were actually two positions open. Talk about that, etc. So I do know that. As far as y'all, I thought you were staggered. My understanding is you just had a couple of positions, so one position open.
Two
Two.
positions.
Two positions open. That was my understanding. But I haven't been keeping up.
When
with it.
When were you, was it this year? Was it a month ago? Was it, did the mayor appoint you? Okay, then actually there's 3 positions open. Because you and I are up for the first election. And then there's an empty spot.
So there's 3 positions available. So it's Gail and then the 2 selections. I mean, Gail and the other 2 as well.
Well, let's see, we need one more. I mean, I don't,
It's
I mean, did y'all replace somebody that was gonna be reelected this year? Because,
yes, I went on
Wendy
for
was
Wendy.
gonna
I
be
was the
reelected
special
this year?
appointment.
okay, so you and I are reelected, we're up. And I don't know about Barnaby, the place, Barnaby's place, I don't know.
Billie Jean.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, when you,
I believe when Roxanne was chair, for some reason, we consolidated all of our terms to end at the same time.
That was my.
And that was, what, 3 years ago now?
Yeah.
And that's why they stopped staggering, because that.
It happened in 2018 that that was.
I believe all of the only caveat
It happened in 2018.
So the EDC doesn't.
Well, but what you're looking at was the very beginning. I don't know how you, that gets in your stuff because that was the very beginning to be set up that way. But we have had updates since then, and when Bruce Hill was in and he was going out, it was totally changed and it was on everybody. Because you don't, when you come up here, you aren't up there for the rest of your life. You get reappointed just like
Has it been up?
2018. It should have been. You can go back in the minutes because that's all. Or should go back in the minutes.
We got to go back because the current UBC that I downloaded.
And that, okay, they've had an election since I've been on there, and she's saying the same thing. That's how they handled it too at that time.
So let's go forward with
It has been corrected.
I would go forward with voting on everybody.
That's it.
well, I think that's a good idea.
So all the ones on there would have to be reappointed, and the new ones would have to be appointed. And that's it, you know, it's all at the same time.
Okay, let me, just so I'm clear, then we vote for each one of us, and then there are 2 more? Or one, just one. Okay, all right,
So do we get people to talk? And because I know there are probably people here who are wanting the position, so do we ask them to say something about themselves so that we know? I mean, I read all the applicants.
You select 6 out of those.
If I may, I just got heard from the city secretary, they are all up for two-year terms. So starting at 6 commissioners, say how many are staying, and then you're all up for the 2-year term. So you all have to be, you're correct, have to be voted in. Sorry about that.
You select 6 out of what you have.
out of everybody. Okay,
3 applications.
And we're all, right.
Yes.
I didn't know it was.
Your application. Yeah, all of us were on the email applications that are existing, and then the new people.
And Gal didn't.
Oh, that's what this
want to
committee.
be.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
She can put in. the report.
I did.
yes, you have.
No. Everybody that's on the commission did apply on the email.
She didn't.
I did.
Oh, when?
They have it.
Either way, the ones that are in existence are up for reelection, but We have their applications. From the last time, as I missed. Now.
Okay, so now we're going to vote. Everyone in favor of Gail McClellan staying on the commission, please raise your hand and say aye. Oh, I can't.
Yeah. It's the only person that can't vote.
Okay. So it's unanimous for Gail. All right, everyone in favor of voting for Maria Cruiser, raise your hand and say aye. 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 Okay, everyone in favor of Hollis Boatwright staying on the commission, raise your hand. Aye. Aye. Okay. Okay. Everyone in favor of Barnaby staying on the commission? Raise your hand, say aye. All right, now we have the new selections. Did everybody have a chance to review them?
Did we also need to vote on?
Oh, yeah. Everyone, do I say it? Everyone in favor of me staying on the commission? Raise your hand. Thank you. All right. Now, the new applications or new applicants are here. I'm not quite sure how to do this. Should we get up? Yes. Would you like to, let's say, Patty Hars, please, if you would. There she is. Would you like to stand up and say a little bit about yourself? Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I'm the daughter of Roy Byers, and this building that y'all were nice enough to name the Byers House was a telephone office many years ago. And my grandmother and her two daughters ran it. And then when we went to dial systems, they, you know, and then they built a new telephone office, but the telephone company then gave her this house in the land for being the operator for all those many years. But history galore. Hollis has a lot of history just like I do. But, my dad was very active in church and Lions Club. He was volunteer fireman. I don't know. I would have been involved in a lot of that, but I married and moved away. But I'd love to serve and share my knowledge and see what we can do to work together to keep the history alive.
Thank you very much, Patty. Okay, the next applicant is Jennifer Lane.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Lane. I've been about 4 years. I have 2 children within school year. I'm actually preferred higher gas. I would like to be more involved in the community and want to maybe let's start.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Edward Smith.
Okay. So I'm a dentist, orthodontist. We got here 12 years ago. I've been in various levels of the state and national meetings and that kind of stuff in my dental society. I've been orthodontist, and I'm a history buff. And all my runnings of my own practice, I'm a systems person, so I look at systems and evaluate things and figure out how they best work. So you may know me as a Texas tree tracker, which I go around and tell the history of Texas through the trees. and spoke at the Lavender Festival. And after meeting with the friends of Blanco, I've trying to evaluate how best to move this commission forward with bigger budgets and more consolidated efforts to check off things that have been not checked off yet, as well as other ideas that can come forward. So I'm here to help. I do have time constraints because I do have a business, but I take some meetings as needed. But I don't know what else to say. I think some people know me here in this group, but I'm here to help and make sure that we have a budget or some money, because from what I understand, we're always working on a shoestring here, and I think that maybe is a bottleneck, maybe getting some things moving forward. So that's me. Thank you.
Thanks, Brian. And Jacqueline? Milford Flores?
I do have some history to the area, not recent. It was like my grandparents. My great uncle was the first head, he was the fifth head of the Masonic Lodge. I am related to the Bushnells and the Bibles. I know they're closer to Johnson C, but my grandmother was born in Dripping Springs. I've been a history buff my whole life. I was the only kid who loved history, even in grade school. I really enjoy doing research on history. I do have some experience holding positions in organizations. I was vice president for a while in San Antonio. I've held just about every office in Order of the Eastern Star, but my true love is just doing the research, whether it's interviewing people, looking through books, walking around poking, looking for things. I like taking an active part. I feel, after having heard the other people, I feel like there's so many people who are probably better suited for a position up there. And I can do extremely tedious work and it doesn't drive me crazy, which probably means I'm already crazy. But I love to help any way I can.
Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Those are our selections. So we're going to discuss this. Okay. Oh, Kathleen Inman. So, should we go to the back? Okay, we're gonna go to the back for 5 minutes.
Call executive session.
Okay, we're gonna call an executive session. 5 minutes.
Wow. It's like that. Yeah, that way. They can select this candidate. That's coming.